Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Guys, I'm so excited to show you this house behind me. And it is a house indeed, isn't it? This gorgeous home is called Noble Lodge. And we are in Aldridge in Walsall, which is in the Midlands. This quiet, peaceful countryside setting is host to three bespoke houses. And Noble Lodge sits right in the middle. And you'll see us tour it together and we'll talk about the features throughout this extensive tour. So, Noble Lodge is a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom property split across 3 prestigious floors. There's so much to show you guys. There's a double garage, which I'm stood right in front of, and ample parking space right in front of that as well. Again, this is a private driveway, so it is going to have that feel to it. It's very secluded, very exclusive. There is a rear garden which you can access through the side that way. All the planting, all the landscaping is what you get. So what you see is what you get, because this is not a show home tour. This is a real life bespoke built home, custom built home, which we are going to show you the inside. And it is an empty house tour. We have to use some of our imagination, guys, but it's going to be so much fun. So Noble House, like I mentioned, is 5-bed, 5-bath. It's also over 4,500 square feet in size. And as you can see, there's a host of different features. In terms of externally speaking, we've got the red mixed brick on the outside. We've got somewhat of like an annex above the garage, more on that later. And around all of the windows and doors, we've got this kind of surround stone appearance, stone detailing. The windows and the doors are all very sturdy aluminium windows and doors, and there's a host of additional features. Coming towards the property, you can see you've got this prominent front door with a central door with 2 glazed panels either side. You've got that mirrored above there with a central window. Again, we've got large format tiling to the front, and then another bonus annex entrance over there next to our Harman garage Bluetooth door. Let's get straight inside, guys. Let's talk about what you can expect to see inside Noble Lodge. So welcome home, come inside. Okay, now that we're inside, again, those sturdy doors really do make an impact. It is so much different inside. Like, it's really warm outside, but it's nice and cool. So we're well insulated. And obviously that'll work both ways, because when it's really cold outside, it'll be nice and warm and cozy. Did I mention, no, I didn't, but I will now, the whole house benefits from an air source heat pump. Yes, and also every single floor, including the top floor, has underfloor heating. So whether it's carpeting or tiling, it's all fully comfort led in terms of the underfloor heating. So I know you're probably thinking a few things. First off, this is temporary. This is just to protect the floor. It is an empty house tour and it is a new build home. So some of the things are still being finished, but the majority of it is fully complete. So this house is fully move-in ready. Okay, so this is the entrance. What an entrance indeed. Right in front of you is this statement staircase. This single spine, that central spine down the middle, makes a massive detail, because makes a massive difference, because that's the structure that's holding the staircase. And then you've got the oak staircase with embedded LED strips. Just adds that extra accent to everything. You've got the oak handrails and then the glass balustrade, so you don't have anything that's kind of stopping your visibility. Everything is just allowing the light to flow through the heart of this entrance hall right now. Ceiling heights are fantastic. They're over 2.4. The doors are actually taller than your standard doors, as you can see, and there's a host of different modern features. Number one being this LED band that goes around the whole of the perimeter of the room. Again, we also have porcelain large format tiles. Here we have our intercom security and our CCTV fixtures there on the wall. So this house is a very smart house, and it's also very advanced in terms of technology. There's so much spec in this house, guys. You really have to click the link in the description to read more. And of course, if you are interested in this house and you like what you see so far, you can get in contact with the seller of the house. the owner seller of the house. So with that being said, entrance hall is very wide and spacious. This is the focal point. We also have like a mini chandelier light fixture above us, bringing in light down. And let's talk about the room. The first room off here is through this crystal style door. Again, all these glass doors off the main hallway are all fire rated, so they've been upgraded in spec. And it's great for acoustics as well, because as soon as this door's closed, it's peace and quiet. Come with me actually, and we'll demo this. So on plan, I do know that this was earmarked for a study, but it could be used as whatever you want it to be. So the reason why I'm saying it can be used for whatever you want to be, because this actually has access to its own private entrance and the annex above the garage. So I like the circular flow, because it means you don't have to go through the main front door, and there's multiple opportunities to maneuver the space. So coming back here, this is that private entrance. So if you were to, let's say, let out the space or have a family member stay here, or maybe you just like having your own space, like a man cave or a den, this is perfect, because this is completely isolated from the main house. Again, we've got a glass door, so you have that visual continuity, but again, the glass is slightly tinted, so you have the privacy on the outside. This is an external door, taking us outside. Again, there's security on every single door, and it's all kind of tied in with the smart system. Oh, before we go upstairs, nickel plated switches and faceplates, everything. And you can see here, maybe it's not coming up on camera, but this is like a really, really dark navy blue skirting board paint. And it's done it in a very slim, modern finish. So let's go to our annex. So this is the annex space, as you can see. I think it would make a perfect spare bedroom. I know, I was talking about these adventurous uses, but this would make a perfect spare bedroom, a guest suite in its own right. So you can see the sockets are there. The bed would go right in the middle. A double bed or a king size bed would fit easily. You'd have enough space for dressers, maybe not wardrobes, because I wouldn't want to take away the shape of the ceiling and the roof with it being vaulted, but I would want to kind of have maybe a chunky dresser there in the corner and another one. And views from here are just spectacular. It's a dual aspect room, so you've got views of the front of the property. So if you are working downstairs in the study and then you come here to relax, maybe this could be like a yoga space, a kind of a home gym, or a cinema room or whatever. You still have kind of that, oh, someone's coming home, look busy, kind of run back downstairs. So yeah, that's lovely. And then the second aspect is over here, looking over the beautiful landscaping and the driveway. And let's come back over here. Through this mystery door is your private, but very, very well kitted out ensuite bathroom. So the main bathroom to this whole annex. It's a really, really well kitted out suite, to be honest. Got a large vanity. You've got the obscure glazing there. You've got the shower with the valves outside of the shower. It's all fully tiled. And again, the ceiling height is very, very good, considering we are in above the garage, but you've still got ample ceiling height, and then a rainfall shower head there on the wall with a handheld device. You've got a towel rail, and like I mentioned, underfloor heating, guys. So the thermostats mean that every single space in this entire house has its own unique temperature based on how you like to set it. With that being said, let's go back downstairs, shall we? Okay, now we're back in the main entrance. There's a few mystery doors. I hope you weren't too upset that we skipped past them when we went to the annex, but now this is what guests would see when they're coming to visit you. Wow, first of all, they would see how gorgeous these doors are. These are kind of almost matte door finish, but we've been told that they're actually fingerprint proof. So when you touch them, you don't see those grubby fingerprints, because that's why most doors kind of are finished in a high gloss, and when they're matte, that's always a worry, but not in this case. And you also have magnetic latches and locks to that, so that's lovely. And this is your downstairs toilet, done in a very beautiful tropical blue theme. So the toilet, as you can see, has a floating toilet with a hidden cistern. You've got the black edging strips there for the cistern, and the tiling. This is all tiled, by the way. So even though it does look like it's some kind of material. It's all fully tiled, including this as well. And then you've got the floating vanity with the sink, the toilet roll holder, and the heater towel. They are both staying with the property. There's no staging in this house whatsoever. There's no wallpaper or wall art that's going to be taken away. So view this tour as is. So that's the downstairs toilet. And then over here is just a quick glimpse at one of the systems powering your hot showers, your hot water throughout the entire house. There's quite a few. I just wanted to give you a glimpse, but you'll see that on the plan. They're usually labeled store or plant room or utility, not utility, plant or utility, plant room. So this is just another beautiful view of the staircase. And I don't want to rush too much past it because you can really admire all the different aspects from here, mainly that gallery landing aspect with the balustrading. You can just really connect from the upstairs to the downstairs. Okay, the next mystery door is over here. This is carpeted now, and we're coming straight into this formal reception room over here. Again, on the plan, you know, lounge, dining, could be anything you want it to be, but I think it's the formal lounge. Could be a spare bedroom or a playroom. It's a front-facing room with a great view of the property, the garden, and just what's happening. Just really good light quality in here. There's 2 pendants in here and sockets galore. Okay, now coming back here. I want to mention this is another Crittall styled piece of glass here. This whole configuration just lets the light from the back garden come to the front. So as soon as you open your front door, you can really enjoy the entire extent of your property. There's a door on this side and a door on this side because the staircase is right in the middle, but there's no kind of like impact on the flow. So let's get ready to go inside and enjoy this open plan kitchen, snug living area, dining area, and then living area over there. Wow, okay. This is more like it, guys. Okay, there's a bit of an echo. That tends to happen when there's no furniture, no soft furnishings. But again, we've got really good quality finishes here. The large format tiling continues all the way. And the homeowner and our client, he basically has continued the tiling all the way outside. So you have that kind of visual continuity all the way to the back. Let's go through the kitchen space. Where should we start? Okay, we're going to start over here. So you can already see from where you are, there are a mix of different materials, but the general theme is blue. I do know that the spec of this worktop is in the, you can click the link of the description to find out more about that, but it is just gorgeous. It is a man-made worktop, very durable, great glossy finish to it, and it's continuous all the way down. Because I know sometimes in terms of kitchens, there's always talk of book matching, vein matching, but the whole extent of this has a continuous grain, a continuous pattern, and I like that. So we'll start with the island a little bit. No, let's start with the kitchen and finish with the island. So start with the kitchen. Over here, we've got this beige textured finish here. So on this side, we've got like our mini larder storage. So you can see there's storage all the way. I love this kind of brass finish they've gone with. Everything is on soft closers, I have to say. You're going to keep hearing that. Love the recessed LED strip there. Socket just in case for your smaller gadgets. You've got high, oh, I know what this is. We've got the high level shelving there. You can never have too much storage. And then we've got the double storage units there and this really beautiful warm beige color. We've got the worktop made in the same material as the upstand, very durable worktop, and the sink strainer is fabricated into it, so the grooves are cut into that. We've got a cooker tap, which I love to see in like a matte black with a swivel, so easy for you to access the sink on both parts. And this cooker tap actually provides not only instantaneous hot water, but also filtered water and sparkling water. I love that. So it's one of the top end spec cooker taps. We've got 1.5 bowl by Frank in a matte black, and of course more storage above. Over here we have more storage underneath the sink as well. And then here is where our dishwasher list. It's by AEG and it's a comfort lift one, which means that bottom tray raises itself to make it easy for you to stack the plates into the back of the dishwasher. That's lovely. Now let's continue. You can see a little bit of a mystery door there, more on that later. So on this side, we have our fridge freezer combo between the two of them. So they have metal cooling, which is supposed to be Samsung's kind of higher specs, you know, better efficiency of that fridge freezer. And then we've got on this side, this is the fridge component of the fridge freezer combo. In the middle, we've got a Samsung kind of quad. Actually, it's 6 appliances, really. We've got double ovens here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And, which I'll open them, don't worry guys. So that's easy, brand new. Everything is fully integrated with a steam option there as well, and the controls are here. And then we've got our warming drawers underneath. We've got 2 of them. Again, everything on soft closers, beautiful. So that's that. I've already shown you what's in here. We've got storage above there. Below here, we've got a bonus drinks fridge. A bonus fridge. You can never have too much fridge space. And then we've got your kind of your rubbish area there, already hidden away, because you'd be surprised the number of kitchens that do not have rubbish storage space. And of course, look at that. Fantastic. So wash, 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 boring. Gosh, I hate doing the dishes. And then you look up at that amazing view. And earlier we saw loads of little lambs, and now we can see some birds. But overall, it is an amazing view, uninterrupted countryside scenic views. And that is something that is part of this property that you don't get with any new build. You've got your wine cooler there, your ambient wine fridge there with temperature controls and storage underneath. And then you've got more, and there's more too. So let's start with the island now. I talked about this material here, which we'll put on the screen what it is, but this same material is being used to actually furnish the rest of the house. So you can see glimpses of it. We'll talk more about that a bit more later. We've got our extractor fan embedded into our drop-down ceiling. And look at that. Wow, I just need to pop over here for a second. Look at that. Now, this has to be one of the top of the range hobs I've seen in a while. This is a dedicated hob for woks or large pans. Wow, and it is a 5-burner gas burner by Neff with a bonus induction hob. Great, I love that. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. We've also got ample cutlery drawer storage with this LED recessed lighting, all on soft closers with bonus storage underneath and bonus storage underneath all the way around. You stay there, let me come round and I'll loop round again. On this side, we've got breakfast bar storage, seating all the way across, plus all of these panels open up to provide more storage. You've got the drop down pendants creating that focal point, more than enough for maybe six stools here. That's definitely spacious. And then over here, we've got an additional bar space. This one is mirroring the kind of the other parts of the kitchen in terms of the color palette. It introduces some new colors and it just creates that excitement. You've got the shelving for your glasses and drinks, and then sockets for like your mixers and your blenders and whatnot, smoothie maker, and just storage again underneath for appliances. You can never have too much storage. I love it. Might I add, the entire space has surround sound embedded in the ceiling as well, and mechanical ventilation with heat recovery and a host of other technological features. Through this mystery door is your bonus utility room / laundry room. Yes, that box is really ticked. All of this is storage, and then you've got another window. So even if you're in the utility, you still have that amazing view. You've got the mixer tap. This one is by Frank, and a beautiful sparkly black glitter sink. Just it's so indulgent. Storage under there, and then spaces for 2 appliances or maybe the cat bed. And then storage there, and then behind here you have additional larder space for your spices, your herbs and everything just in there. I love it. So that's really cool. I love that. And just like the way everything opens up is just really elegant. So there is another door there, that's your storage, that contains another piece of equipment for powering the hot water. And that is pretty much the kitchen space. And now kind of like being in this house is such a privilege because it's really nice to design things off plan, but it's also really good to see your vision come to light, such as kind of like centralizing everything. And it was a really big deal for me to kind of insist on having that central view from the front door all the way through to the back, and then having little divisions like this, so suggesting these things, because sometimes these mask things like columns and structural elements, but also telling the client they can make it into a feature. So we have made it into a feature, and obviously the client went and chose the finishes and everything, but it's such an amazing feature you would not even know it had a functional reason or a practical reason. We've got space for our large flat screen TV above this fireplace here, so you're getting that best of both worlds, the decorative and the practical, because people are going to want to watch TV. And this whole space that I've just walked across is actually where the dining table would go. And so you'd have like a 10-seater table here, and that would easily fit, and it would still kind of make the most of that view. And this drop down pendant above would just create a beautiful kind of experience when you're in the space. Now, let's walk past this to our dedicated living area, because that really completes this open plan space. You need a space to eat and cook, a space to dine, and a space to kind of relax. So this is your relaxing space. And on the other side, if you come round, oh, I'm losing you. Hello? Hello? On this side, we also have a TV aerial mount, so you can watch different things depending on, you can watch maybe a cooking tutorial on that side and maybe something a bit more family friendly on this side. Again, you can see the interior design. I think the client did really good in terms of taking this to the next level and using that same worktop material to create this piece of furniture there, and also those accents in the wall, and then these as well, which are all bespoke elements. They're not off the shelf. We've got air conditioning to this space. Like I said, the surround sound, beautiful pendants, which will stay, and windows looking over your side access drive. They open as well. Everything is triple glazed, and it's all tilt and turn. And it also has this really beautiful decorative sill, which is this man-made, almost stone material, and it's very durable. These are all bifold doors, and these fully open out, and they allow you to spill outside. We will show you a garden tour, guys, so stay tuned for that later in the video. But for now, I think that covers the ground floor. Let's go upstairs. All right, so this is such an incredible experience walking up the staircase. Like I said earlier, the glass is just amazing for that permeability of the view from upstairs to downstairs, and there's just so much to look at. Wow, okay, huge box takes. Guys, you know I love a central window in or on the landing. It brings so much light into this space. And I know you wouldn't really put furniture here, but maybe I would put two potted plants either side. It just feels like it's created a moment of that space, and it draws so much attention to that pendant that just drops down in the middle, and it creates so much attention to that pendant that just drops down in the middle of this open void above the staircase. Again, it's all oak, and it's all been stained to the correct color. The client went into so much detail and so much effort to try and get it to be the exact shade he wanted. And yeah, I think it's paid off. So let's start the tour by looking at this room over here, which is our family bathroom. Okay, the family bathroom. Don't you just love the proportions? It is a 4-piece suite. 4-piece. So let's talk about the pieces. We've got our almost freestanding bath with its own bath filler. We've got a dual sink here, a double sink. Then we've got our Duvet floating toilet. And the 4th piece is the shower, which is fully enclosed in this glass enclosure. We've got that gorgeous LED strip around the whole perimeter of the room with spotlights, create a bit of a mood lighting. We've got the heated towel rail, recessed shelving, allowing for storage of the products here, 2 openable windows, letting you have that fresh air. Mind you, there is mechanical ventilation, pumping lovely natural air throughout the entire house. We're not talking about passive extractor fans. This is actually mechanically ventilated throughout the entire house. And then we've got the shower here, which has the shower valves on the outside. Let's say it's a really cold day. I just want to turn the shower on, press this, brush my teeth for a couple of moments, and then go in there, and then it's fully climatized to the perfect temperature. Again, underfloor heating throughout. There are a few additional details, which I'm sure you'll pick up, guys. So the next room is over here. Look how tall the doors are, guys. Okay, wow, okay. The light quality in this entire home is 10 out of 10. Wow, okay, so this is one of the bedrooms. You can see you've got the TV aerial on this socket, on this wall mounted, so the TV could be wall mounted here. You've got the air conditioning unit there. So this room is gonna be so comfortable for you. You've also got the tilt and turn windows, triple glazed, so it's quiet here and it's thermally just beautiful. So the tilt and turn means that you can open it this way, you can open it this way. There's different configurations depending on how much air you want to come in. Again, we've got the two pendants here and then the step up to your own private balcony with a bifolding door opening. I love that. So through here, you can just see that amazing architectural detail there with the column, the brick pier, and the glass balustrades and views of the countryside that way and that way. And then when you're on the balcony, you can really admire the cladding on the vaulted ceiling of it as well. This room, again, like all the rooms are individually temperature controlled. But let's just open this door a little bit because through these double doors is your own private walk-in wardrobe. So again, move in ready, just storage everywhere, shoe storage, bag storage, coat storage. Just, this is a really good size walk-in wardrobe and it's perfectly proportionate to that bedroom. Through this glazed frosted door is your private ensuite. So this, that's cool, isn't it, guys? This beautiful ensuite has its own kind of like high-tech toilet and fully wet roomed shower enclosure with this hinged pane here. We've got the valves there with the controls and a rainfall fixture with a handheld device and a recessed shelf. So you've got the towel rail right next to where you need it in your bath. Look how big that bath is. The bath also has a bath filler, two recessed shelves, a large display shelf over there. It's just really, really well kind of configured. And coming off the tile, back onto the carpeting and back into the bedroom and your private balcony. Let's keep going. Should we go this way? Yep. So as we draw closer, you can see the rest of the development from here, your annex building, and you can just see different views of the home from here. From here, you can just see the natural light pouring in, and I can just, even from standing here, I can see all the way out to the countryside. So if the person in room B is so kind to leave their door open, I can get views of the countryside. I can just go to our beautiful garden downstairs. Okay, the next room is over here. And again, a well-sized double bedroom. So you've got the TV area there. You've got the air conditioning unit, the two sockets here, the bed, king size bed here with bedside tables either side. I don't think I've mentioned that. Yes, I do expect you to have bedside tables. And then you've got the window, both of these open. Again, these are the Aluskin triple glazed windows, dual aspect, just giving you all those gorgeous views. And then you've got the full wall-to-wall wardrobe. So just to let you know, this space that you're left over, nothing's going to eat into it whatsoever. So when your bed is in there, you can put your dresser there or anything, but your wardrobe is fully considered and full height wardrobes, the storage all the way to the top. And it's so tall, you can even have a double rail system in it. I love that. So that is the other bedroom. And the mystery door over here. Shall I open the mystery door? Of course I will. This is like a linen store, additional storage space there with a little cheeky peek of your manifold for your underfloor heating. And then this room on here is another beautiful double bedroom. This one benefits from a Juliet balcony, which is why this part of the floor has been tiled. And from here, you can see down into your garden all the planting, and you can also have a window. You do have a window on this side. The TV would go here, which means where you are is where the bed will be. Let me show you that really quickly. Sockets either side, the bed would be here, bedside tables either side. So this would be your focal point. And then this room also has its own private ensuite. So this ensuite is a three-piece suite. You've got the shower there on its own shower tray. And then you've got the rainfall feature above, the recessed shelf again, and the handheld device. Got a large vanity sink there and mirror above. Great. Again, the mirror is going to stay. There's no staging here. The toilet roll holder is going to stay. It's not staging. Then this large window as a bonus for ventilation and light. And then you've got your recessed shelf for decor. I love that. So let's go back into the main landing. And now we're going to go up to the next floor. Now that we're on the second floor, I just want to say we've got that same quality wooden staircase. We've got a door there, which we'll show you later, or you can see on the plans actually what's inside store cupboard. And then in here, we've got, you have to see this to believe it. This is your primary bedroom, primary suite. I would say it's a wing in itself. I'm still backing. Okay. Hi. If you've just started watching this video, you started paying attention, this is not your typical bedroom size. This bedroom is probably 4 double bedroom sizes, if not more. You can just see the space between each of the bedside cabinets. Wow. Doesn't this kind of make you feel like you're in a hotel, in a luxury hotel? You've got the nickel-plated switch at that low level. You've got the lights on sensors, and these lights will come on when it's quite dark. So you don't need to wake anyone up when you wake up in the middle of the night and you need to go to the toilet or grab some water to drink. A huge super king size bed would fit right here, and it would probably extend here and still give us like 3 or 4 meters at the foot of the bed. What are we gonna do with all of this space, guys? There's a huge roof light giving us beautiful sky views. It has 2 layers of LED recessed lights all the way around the perimeter of that. We've got these dormers to ourselves, and this. I wanna talk about this, guys. Look at this view, countryside views, beautiful aluminium framed glazing. And all of this is Canadian cedar. All of this cladding, and my client has told me the amount of effort it went into sourcing this and having this incorporated into this design. It is not a very cheap wood. That's all I'm going to say. And you can just see just the rest of the views across the rest of the development. It is really, really nice, and it's so discreet. You'll see when we do the garden tour that there's really no issues with privacy up here. This is incredible. It's amazing. I do want to do a twirl. It is amazing here. Air conditioning there, ample sockets. Do you want to have a desk here, a coffee making station here? You can have it all. And there's a bit of an eave store there, access panel there. And this is your primary ensuite. So this is your primary ensuite, very spacious. You've got your key light roof windows there, double, bringing in light, spotlights in the shower area, 2 huge Duravit sinks with the vanity storage underneath already inbuilt. And to stay, you've got the floating toilet with the hidden cistern and the toilet roll holder. On this side, we've got our free, almost, apart from this edge, our beautiful, beautiful egg-shaped bathtub with the recessed shelving in there, and then our complete walk-in, huge wall-to-wall shower area. This is going to be an experience. Wow. Shower products there, and they haven't gone without that rainfall overhead feature, and it's ceiling mounted. You've got the handheld device for cleaning or localized shampooing of your hair. It's just gorgeous. And the tiling has been done like a green shade. So even though it's in the same theme as the other bathrooms, this bathroom and some of the other bathrooms, they have different, slightly different modifications. There's a towel rail behind the door, and it just feels really lovely in there, bright and cozy. So that is the main house toured in full. Now let's go and show you the rest of the property, the grounds. We still have to show you the garden and a bit more context. So let's use some editing magic and get straight to that. And now I'm going to take you down the side of the house past your beautiful landscaping towards your private garden. You can just see how scenic and really well landscaped everything is. And you can see here the substantial amount of paving you've got, the bifolding doors there, the security lighting, the sockets, and also that gorgeous gable, which I really hope the camera captures, because this was something that I really kind of was instrumental in just pushing for that double height gable. And then the client has done an excellent job in making sure it was clad in Canadian cedar. So the rest of the garden is turfed, and this would make a fantastic play area. And around the boundaries, there's scope to plant lots more hedging. These are all in their infancy stages, so over time they're going to grow and become really full, creating a really nice kind of enclosed and private garden. And that is the garden tour. And that concludes the entire tour. It's been really lovely having you tour Noble Lodge with us. And yeah, if you're interested in this house or want to find out any more details or information, it's all via a link in our description, completely clickable. There's a ton of stuff that we couldn't cram into this video. And if you loved seeing a tour like this, there are 2 other houses which we will be featuring on our channels. So stay tuned and watch more of those. But in the meantime, click on one of these videos that's going to pop up, and we'll see you any moment now. Bye.